Hey guys, it's Ash and Ace here. Now, we've been trying to film this video, well, I've been trying to film this video for the last hour. Ace has been very patient, waiting for me and stopping and starting this video. So I just keep fumbling my words and I'm just done. I'm drawing the line in the sand, and however this video comes out is exactly how it's supposed to come out. And so I just wanted to warn you that it's not going to be edited whatsoever. Whew, all right, now I got that out of the way. I wanted to let you know, there's one thing that you can take away from this video is that you would now understand that you're no longer broken. Your body is no longer broken, okay? So repeat these words. I am not broken. I am not broken. So if we were to take 10 people that don't currently have any back pain or have never experienced back pain before, and you'd put them all under MRI, when those MRI results would come back, 8 out of those 10 people, so that's 80% of people, would have some sort of spinal terminology diagnosis that anyone could diagnose. Be like, oh yes, you've got like a disc bulge in L4 and L5, right? So technically, people that aren't in pain could even have a worse off injury than you might. But how come they're not in pain and you are in pain? Well, this is where the brain comes in. So when the brain doesn't feel safe in whatever movements that you've been doing over a period of time, it's never really one movement that is the, oh no, I broke myself after one movement. No, it's usually repeated series of movements or lack thereof, then your body sends pain. Now, that doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong, because there's no right or wrong way to move. What that means is that your body is giving you a warning sign, right? Pain is always like a warning sign that it wants to do something different. And most of the time, the thing that it wants you to do differently is to actually move more. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. This is why people with more sedentary lifestyles actually have more back pain issues than those athletes, than those people that move all the time, than those fit people. It's the people that are not doing enough movement that have the most injuries. And this has even been studied. There's even have studies around this, but also in my own experience, when as an exercise physiologist, when I see patients, people that had the most pain were those people that lived a sedentary lifestyle. I also see that in the Pilates classes as well, in my studios. So basically, now, this is why, right, if you all of a sudden have back pain and you get an MRI and it's like a disc bulge in L4 or L5, guess what do you start doing? You start doing rehab. So what have you actually started to do differently? You've started to move more, yeah? You're going to the physio twice a week, you're doing Pilates 3 times a week, whatever. So you've actually started to move more, and that is why your pain is reducing. Right? The tissue obviously is healing and pain is reducing because your body is now starting to feel safe again. Doesn't necessarily always mean that the tissue is healed and that you're fixed. No, it's actually your brain feeling like it's safe again because your body is moving in the way that it desires and it doesn't feel the need to send pain anymore. So let's fast forward like 12 months down the track, okay? So you started off with your rehab really well. You did 3 months of rehab and you did really well, and your back pain was diminished or gone. And then after that period of time, you sort of like fell off the bat. You didn't need to see the physio. You kept going with Pilates, but then you didn't feel like you needed to do Pilates anymore because your back was healed or whatever, and so you slipped off the radar and didn't do Pilates anymore. Now, 9 months later, all of a sudden you have back pain come up again. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have re-damaged the tissue. No, your brain actually never forgets the pain that it sends, right? So again, pain is a warning sign that it wants your body to do something different, and most of the time is that it wants you to move more, right? That's also why when people are always like, I just can't get rid of this back pain, I just can't get rid of this back pain. Well, most of the time it's because you started exercising and started doing some rehab for it, which is exercising for like consistently for 6 weeks, and then you got like a little tighter fix, like the back pain reduced, and then you stopped it. But remember, the brain is like, no, 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 but remember, we gave you the warning sign, aka pain, for you to can do something different. You can't go back to your sedentary lifestyle anymore. Once pain has been sent to you, once the brain has sent pain, it's going to continue to do that until you keep moving in different ways, right? So it's just going to be a consistent thing. It's like, sometimes I look at it as if to be like, I say this to patients, like, pain is actually a blessing in disguise, right? So because you're always going to be reminded that you got to move more. You're always going to be reminded to say to stay consistent in your exercise program. You're always going to be reminded to keep moving forever and ever. So I feel like it's a blessing. And when you really understand that, your body isn't trying to work against you, it's trying to work with you, including your brain, including the pain, including like the tissues of what's happening in your body, then that is like the biggest gift of all. And you can then take your power back and then just start to do things differently, aka stay freaking consistent with your Pilates program, stay freaking consistent with your exercise program, stay freaking consistent with always moving. Okay, I'm so glad this was the last take, because I feel like this was the best one of all. So I really hope that helps in just understanding why pain is always sort of gonna be there, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you've injured yourself, like you haven't done any more tissue damage. Usually the tissue has been healed after the acute injury phase, so that is the acute injury phase, meaning like after the injury has occurred, and then the after that phase, that is really when the pain message wants to come back to remind you, hey, you're not moving enough. So remember, when you don't move enough, we're going to resend the pain. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean there's anything wrong with your back. The tissue's already been healed, but it's just a little message to say you're not being consistent. So let's start being consistent. Okay. Let me know how that goes for you. Let me know if that's helped, and I can't wait to see you at Pilates X Australia soon. Have a great day.